Welcome to another episode of Adapt Masterclass. Today we're gonna talk about tips and tricks for heat molding. There are 5 general problems that can be fixed with heat molding. 1. The skate feels too wide overall. 2. The skate feels too narrow overall. 3. You have a very specific pressure point. 4. You have problems in the cuff. And 5. You have problems in the toe box. Okay, problem number 1. The skate is too wide overall. First you need to check if the size is right. It could be that the skate is too big for you. Take the insole out of the skate and check where your toes are when you stand on the insole. If your toes are not reaching or even touching the edge of the insole, then the skate is too big for you. If you've checked the insole and the size is right for you, then you can do some heat molding to make the fit better. When the skate is too wide for you, you kind of want to push it in by heat molding. You can do this by taking the boots out of the oven and putting them on. Make sure you wear thin socks, and when you lace them up as tightly as possible. If you also have problems in the cuff area being too wide, you can also put the strap very tight. One other thing you can do is you can put the laces around the cuff area and pull to make sure it gets extra tight there. Problem number 2. The skate is too tight for you. If the skate is too tight, the easiest way to push them out a bit is by wearing an extra pair of thick socks and put the skates on. You can close the laces, this will also help in the general fit, but make sure you don't tighten them too much, because then you'll only push the shell inwards even further. Problem number 3. You have a pressure point. If you have a pressure point, make sure you check out if this has something to do with frame alignment first. Especially for bigger wheeled skates like our hyperskates, it could be that you create a pressure point simply because the frame is too much inwards or too much outwards for your foot. So make sure you check that out first. The easiest fix for a small pressure point is taping something to the pressure point on your foot and then putting the skate on. This way the pressure point will get pushed out. If it's a big pressure point and you can't get it out that way, you can also use a tool. Do not use a hotspot removal tool. These types of tools are way too intrusive and can easily damage the carbon fiber structure. If you do use one of those tools, there's no warranty on your skates anymore. Problem number 4. The cuff area. The cuff area can either be too wide or too narrow for you. If the cuff is too wide, you kind of need to push it in, so you can follow the same instructions as when the overall shell is too wide. If it is too wide, you kind of need to push in the top part of the skate. The easiest way to do this is by wearing them and pulling the strap super tight. In extreme cases, you can even not put on the skates, but just pull the strap super tight to make sure the cuff goes inwards as much as possible. If the cuff is too tight, you kind of want to push it outwards. The best way to do this is by putting something in the boot that's wider than your ankle, like for instance a conical shaped glass, a big wheel, or even a small paint can. If you're going to use a tool for any type of heat molding, make sure it's a rounded tool so you push out the fibers gradually and you don't get any damage. Area number 5, the toe box. If you have problems in your toe box, you first need to check your size. It could be that the skates are too small for you. Take out the insole and stand on it. If the toes are over the edge of the insole, then they might be too small. If your toes are 1 or 2 millimeters over the edge of the insole, you can actually get the skate to fit perfectly. It will need some heat molding or some break-in sessions. If you feel slight pressure in the toe box when the skates are new, we actually recommend not heat molding it. The toe box has a thermoplastic fiber that forms to your feet over time. Probably these issues will go away after a few skate sessions. If you still have them, you can also do the following. Tape something to your toes and put your foot in the skate. This way the toe box will get pushed out. Okay guys, that's it for tips and tricks. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us and make sure you check out our video on basic heat molding instructions as well.